Good morning, everybody, and who would believe that it's Friday again, end of another week in lockdown, and still not really any sign of us getting out too much. Yesterday, although was windy in the morning and dull, became warm in the afternoon, and then became torrential rain later on. So I think yesterday, of all days, we almost did have 4 seasons in one day. I think that's one of the proud things that we boast about the Scottish weather, and I think yesterday it did almost happen. I know I heard someone asking about hailstones. I don't think we saw that, but I think they were somewhere in Kilbride. So I think we did yesterday have all the seasons in the one day, and I think it might be a wee bit like that again today. It was very bright there, now it's kind of dulled down a wee bit, and I think we're promised high winds this afternoon. So take care, everybody. If you're out walking, watch yourself. I know Christine and Peter went out yesterday with no jackets on and were caught in the town centre in the torrential rain and really struggled to get home. And I think they got home almost dry, but maybe not quite. So they'd obviously forgotten their Scottishness. You never go anywhere without a jacket and an umbrella, even in the height of summer. So take care, everybody, with the weather, and I hope everybody's looking after themselves. So I've been reading the story of Abraham through the week, and we're a wee bit further on today. We're on Genesis chapter 22. I'll see over the weekend. I might continue a wee bit with the story of Abraham on Monday, or I might just decide maybe to move on to hearing a story about some of the other people in the Bible in the Old Testament. I don't know about you, but I've certainly been enjoying finding out and reminding myself again about the story of Abraham and all that happened to him. So I hope you have been too. So we're now on to chapter 22, and it's entitled God Commands Abraham to Offer Isaac. Some time later, God tested Abraham. He called to him, "Abraham," and Abraham answered, "Yes, here I am." "Take your son," God said, "your only son Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. There, on a mountain that I will show you, offer him as a sacrifice to me." Early the next morning, Abraham cut some wood for the sacrifice, loaded his donkey, and took Isaac and 2 servants with him. They started out for the place that God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham saw the place in the distance. Then he said to the servants, "Stay here with the donkey. The boy and I will go over there and worship, and then we will come back to you." Abraham made Isaac carry the wood for the sacrifice, and he himself carried a knife and live coals for starting the fire. As they walked along together, Isaac spoke up. "Father." He answered, "Yes, my son." Isaac asked, "I see that you have the coals and the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham answered, "God himself will provide one." And the 2 of them walked on together. When they came to the place which God had told him about, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood on it. He tied up his son and placed him on the altar on top of the wood. Then he picked up the knife to kill him. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." He answered, "Yes, here I am." "Don't hurt the boy or do anything to him," he said. "Now I know that you honour and obey God because you have not kept back your only son from him." Abraham looked around and saw a ram caught in a bush by its horns. He went and got it and offered it as a burnt offering instead of his son. Abraham named that place, "The Lord Provides." And even today people say, "On the Lord's mountain he provides." The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time. "I make a vow by my own name, the Lord is speaking, that I will richly bless you. Because you did this and did not keep back your only son from me, I promise that I will give you as many descendants as there are stars in the sky or grains of sand along the seashore. Your descendants will conquer their enemies. All the nations will ask me to bless them as I have blessed your descendants, all because you obeyed my command." Abraham went back to his servants, and they went together to Beersheba, where Abraham settled. Amen. God bless the reading from the book of Genesis, and we'll see next week what we might do. I'll have a wee look and see if I want to read on about Abraham, or maybe find another person that we could have a wee hear about next week. So just to remind you, it's Friday today. No message from me, you'll be very glad to hear, I'm sure, on Saturday or Sunday. But on Sunday we have our service on Facebook pages and also on our website. At 11 o'clock, usual time that we would have been worshipping together. The services will go on, so you'll find them on the Facebook page and you'll find them on the website at 11 o'clock on Sunday, and they will be there all the time after that. They don't disappear from there. If you don't manage to have a look till 11:15 or 11:25 or 2 o'clock, that doesn't matter. You'll find the service there. So I hope that you can join on Sunday and worship with us. Don't forget also that because of the lockdown, the BBC started the Reflections from the Quay, and they are carrying on at the minute. Been very interesting people speaking. I don't know whether a couple of weeks ago you saw it was John Bell from the Iona community that was on. The last time I think I saw John Bell, his hair was nearly down to his waist, and so was his beard, but he's become a white-haired man, like the rest of us, getting on in years, but very enjoyable services and very different people speaking each week. And last week, I don't know if you noticed, it was Bill's friend, young Bill's friend Ewan and Siobhan again were playing and singing on the Reflections from the Quay. So you have a wee look there. Don't forget our own service, and contact us if there's anything we can do for you, anything you need, anything you want to say. You know me, if I don't know it, I just make it up. And we'll see you on Monday. Bye.